Okay, so let's see here. We've got for you, Sekhmet, be strong, and then we've got third house. So third house is everything to do with communication. So obviously between you and your person, there are some things that need to be said or talked about or discussed, plans, inner feelings, articulating processes or deep held programming, fears, anything really that needs to come up. Whatever comes up needs to be expressed. So the third house covers, as I said, everything to do with communication. So I think you're needing to be brave with this as well. Perhaps, your person is going through some shifts and changes and releasing here, and you may have things that need to be said between you, or you may just have to wait it out until they are ready to express. But I do feel that things are going to come up, especially with the full moon on the 27th of April. So the third house deals with all forms of communication. So this is written, verbal, electronic, and it can even be body language. It's also to do with contracts and documents of all kinds. All right. So whatever is your situation, just apply it to however, the contracts and documents may be coming in. Whether it's for you personally, perhaps you're waiting for something, or it's to do with you as a couple. It could be related to a number of things. So just see how that comes in. It can also be, as I said, expression of things. Third house is all forms of communication, but it's also learning. It's also understanding, research, electronic devices, and like the internet and all that comes up with the third house. So you could be researching things, you could be talking about things together and working on a plan, something that you want to do together. It can also be discussions with other people. So this can be specifically for you, or maybe if you're a couple, if you're married and you've been married for some time, then this will apply to both of you, but specifically you. So it's communications with others, specifically general relatives, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, and also neighbors may come up as well. So just take it as it resonates. But it can also be that you may be hearing news, or that you may be waiting for news. And this could be news from your person. You may be waiting for them to initiate or talk to you about something, or to move this forward, this relationship forward, whatever it may be. And, but it's saying that be very careful with your communication. Also hearing things, be sort of take the high road when it comes to hearing things about your person or about other situations like gossip and third hand news and so on. So take the high road always, and be immaculate with your communications at this time with the third house, because you've also got Mercury retrograde, which will cause some miscommunications or misinterpretations and so on. So just be careful. We'll get to that. So immaculate communications, that is what is needed from you at this time. With Sekhmet, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So I feel there may be talks about or discussions with your person, whether it's plans that you have or the relationship or whatever it may be. There's communication going on, and saying be strong. So you're going to need your courage. You've got your lions there, so you're going to be needing your courage. But this is about having a very strong stance, and this can be physically in your body, but also from your demeanor. And this can be weathering a storm, but it can also be having courage to speak up about something, or to discuss something, or to initiate something. But it can also be about holding fast to a vision or a dream that you have. And I think you're going to have to do that, because you've got Mercury retrograde. This may very well be a delay of some sort. So you may be waiting for something from your person, but they're going to be in a quiet phase. So don't expect necessarily, the answers or a specific outcome. So be strong, hold your peace, hold your strength. This is about having a victorious mindset. This is about having a vision of success. So positive thoughts, positive words. And if you can't think of anything necessarily positive to say, then rather just, remove yourself from the conversation, or change the subject, or whatever the case may be. So be immaculate with your communication. And I feel with the efficiency here, that's more or less what it's pointing at. Be careful with what you say, what you articulate. Choose your words with care. And if you just have to hold your peace, then do that. And wait for the energies to shift. So now for your person, they've got sick, quiet time, and they've got Scorpio, I transform. So with the Scorpio energy, this is this can be an internal power struggle that they may be going through, or it may be manifesting externally. So they could be on the receiving end of that, or it could be power struggles between you. But I feel it may be internal, that things are coming up that they have to deal with, or they could just be seeing things. Now, if you are already in a relationship, sort of moving towards an established one, or you are in an established one, then this can be, the Scorpio energy can be sorting out the nuts and bolts of the relationship. How is it going to come together? Or how is it working together? And how can that be improved? Finances may be coming up. Also, regeneration and renewal. So they may be going through a regenerative phase where they may be just going quiet to regenerate their energy. And we've got the water element sensing card. I'll get to that. So that is going to bring that in. So this is about looking internally. This is internal processing, sort of cycle changes or endings of things and the beginnings of something else. So there's transformation, whether it's purely internal or they're changing things around their environment. However it may be, this can manifest as purely internal processing, or it could be that they are, you are getting involved in that in some way, shape, or form. But I do feel it's more internal from them. They may be coming up or maybe speaking about things or articulating things during the full moon phase, because the full moon is a culmination. It's things come to a head. It's the results, but it can also be about forgiveness, and it can also be about gratitude. So whatever category you fall into, but this is about transforming. So they are transforming something in their life. It can be purely physical, as in a regeneration and a renewal. It can be the sexuality. Perhaps they're going through a change, a physical change where they are gathering their energy. They're just going through a regeneration. But it can also be a regeneration and renewal of their outlook, or their finances, or some aspect of their life which has been in place for a long time. So the ending of something and the beginning of something new, some sort of cycle shift as well. But it can also, as I said, be quite an intense period. This is about overcoming and finding solutions and so on. Now they're going to need to go inward. So sick, quiet time, take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So this is what they're going to be going through. They're going to need this time. So give them the space that they need. This is what they're going to be going through. So they more than likely will pull back in some way. And that is an opportunity then for you to get on and do other things for yourself or whatever needs to be done. But they're going to be needing to go through a phase of working things out for themselves and sorting things out. But as I said, they may have to express a few things as well. They may be expressing a few fears, insecurities, and so on. Or they could just be changing things in their world internally or externally. Now we've also got water element. So this is sensing. So water element is all about, it's a grand trine energy, but it's the water element. So this is all about emotions, instincts, and intuition. And there's no logic that can come in. So I do feel this is probably applying to them, but you may have to really use your senses to tap in. So this is, I feel, applying to them where they are going to pull back. This is about it's almost like self-preservation. They just pull back because they need to regenerate their energy. They need to gather their resources, take some time out just to rest and dream and plan things. It's a contemplative period. It's also very good for tapping into imagination, inspiration, and the universe in general. So it's about tapping into that greater realm, and it's the emotional realm, and logic doesn't feature there. So they're going to have to go with their instincts and their intuitions while this energy is in play. It can also be that they may be in quite a sort of a quiet phase, as I said, so they may come across as withdrawn or even sympathetic or compassionate or just quiet. And then other people sometimes can come in and take advantage. So they will need to, or even if it's applying to you, a few boundary checks need to be put into place so that they don't get taken advantage of during this quiet phase. If there is any drama going on, they may need just to let that flow past them. and just pull back and just let things ride at this time, because they simply won't have the energy. There will be low energy during this period, but that's because they're preparing, they're pausing because there's things that need to be processed, and then they will come forward later on once the energies have shifted again. So it's a great period of replenishment. Internally and also externally, there's resources and their time and their energy, but their energy will be low during this period. But it's a very good period for artistic things, creative things, reading, dreaming, planning, but thinking things through. It's a contemplative period. Now, we've got here, as part of this current situation, we've got Damara guiding children, and then we've got Mercury retrograde reinvention. So I did say that the Mercury retrograde energy is here, and that Mercury is the ruler of the third house. So this may apply to you, or it could be that, that, as I said, just be immaculate with your communications at this time. Be fastidious about what you're doing. With if you've got children may be featuring at this time. There may be a focal point in some way. Perhaps you are just going to be spending more time with them while your person is withdrawn, or however it relates. But it can also be about your inner child. Or your person's inner child. They may be grappling with things from their childhood or issues from the past that are coming up now, and they are dealing with that. So this can be about inner child, but it can also be about dealing with your own children, or one or either if you've got children or other children around you at this time. So you are good at helping, counseling, and helping and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. So however, whatever form this comes in for you, take it as it resonates for you. And, as I said, it could be also just listening to your own inner child, allowing that self-expression, and also to allow the enjoyment in the moment. Children live in the moment. They have joy in the moment, and that's a good place to be, because when you're in the present moment, then you can make a lot of decisions. You can make a lot of progress, and you get out of your own way when you're in the present moment and you're doing creative, fun, and enjoyable activities in the moment, in the present. Then you release yourself from the past and the future, and the universe then can step in and help to manifest whatever it is that you are working on. So you get out of your own way. So this may be coming in, as I say, inner child, or it could be to do with your own children. You may need to spend time with your own children at this time, get involved with them, hands-on, live in the moment with them, listen to them. Whatever changes are going on, they may be affected as well, obviously, with the world, the way it is currently, massive shifts occurring, a lot of things to do with the children, and what is the best environment for them going forward. So, this is about listening to your children and seeing if there's aspects going on with your children and they need hands-on, or they need you to pay attention, then that's what you should be doing. Mercury retrograde reinvention, this energy is that Mercury appears to be going backwards during this energy. All right. Now, there will be a Mercury retrograde phase, which will come in, that will be sort of 29 May to 22 June. So that is coming up, but this energy is with you now currently. And it's saying that your communications must be very clear during this time. Be careful what you say, and what you communicate. Think it through carefully. Review any documents, contracts very carefully, because mistakes can be missed, things can be overlooked or misunderstood or misinterpreted, as I said. So if you've got an important decision to make, or contracts or documents that you're dealing with, then make sure that they are double checked, triple checked. And if you've got somebody else that you trust to go over it, because they may be able to point out things to you that you didn't see. And so just be very, very careful with this. And, it's also about listening. You may also be misinterpreting somebody. So, communications can get a bit wobbly during this period. Also, electronics can go on the fritz. So back up everything. Phones don't work. Emails get lost. Things like that can happen. But more specifically, it's for you, because you've got third house. This is about communication between people, and maybe between you and your children, or between you and your person, or however the situation may be. And, it's saying that, it's a very good time you don't be launching any major things or any big initiatives during this phase. This is about going back to the drawing board, looking over your plans very, very carefully. And once you do that, it's a time of review. So anything with a re in front of it. So reinvention could be the situation. You could be really listening to your inner child now and coming up with ways to listen to your inner child more and actually put into place, things that you may have suppressed from your childhood. It could be that, or it could be to do with your own children, however it resonates. But reinvention, renewal, review. Now, your person may be going through renewal. Review, so reviewing anything, repeating, anything with a re in front. It could even be relocate for some people. So whatever it is, go over things very carefully, and then come up with a better plan. It's a very good phase for doing that. It's a time of contemplation to listen very carefully to everything and then come up with a better plan. And you will come up with a better plan on the other side of that. So it could just be while your person is going through this transformative phase, you are busy with other things and you're just waiting for this communication. It can cause delays, the Mercury retrograde. If you're traveling and with the third house, it's possible that you may be taking journeys of some sort. This can involve cars, maps, things like that. So some sort of journey may be coming up. Travel of some sort, and this could cause a delay. So just see how that resonates for you. With this energy, as I said, it's a very good time to be going over your plans, and then wait until the energies have shifted, and then you can put them into place. But if you simply cannot wait, if something is really, really urgent, then double check it, triple check it, get somebody else to go over it again if need be. It can also be that during this phase, somebody from the past, it's a person or a situation, could pop back in briefly. It could be for a conversation or for a period, or you may just see them somewhere, bump into them, or it's a situation repeats. What it normally does is this person or the situation can pop back into your life to deliver a message of some sort. Now, this could be a conversation, it could be news, or it could be information, or it could be closure in some ways. Or it could just be some valuable soundbite or something that they mention and that it rings a bell for you. So, it's normally a very productive conversation that takes place, or a meeting, or whatever it may be. And it's very helpful. So welcome it on board, but use this period as get out your magnifying glass and just go over everything again and make sure that you've refined whatever it is that you were working on, and refined your communications as well. It could very well be directly involving your children.